Hi guys, so it's Winter Song Stables here, and welcome to my first official channel video. This is pretty exciting, and for this video I'm just going to give you an example of what you might be able to look forward to on this channel in the future. In this video I will be showing you models that I'm taking to an upcoming show in February. It's only January 22nd, so the show's a long way off, and technically I haven't even entered it yet, but you know, it's always best to be prepared ahead of time. So I'm going to show you some of my horses that I'll be taking. So this show has some fun classes like in the morning before the show officially starts. So one of the classes they have is unicorns, pegasi, wind dancers, horses like that, and they can be any make, not just Breyer. So I'm taking this little guy. I don't actually really know what he is. He's okay. I mean, he's pretty cute. And then they have a non-animal model class. So I have a Rottweiler. His name is Jackson. And he's a cute guy. He's a pretty nice Rottweiler. For the custom model class, I have this filly that I did. Her name is Winter Sunshine, and she is an Etchie, and she's actually the first one that I ever did. So she's not absolutely perfect, but I'm pretty happy with her. I finished her back in July, so it's been a while since I've actually looked at her, but I'm still pretty happy with her. She's cute. She's a little Tovero paint. And starting with the official classes, first of all we have Arabian. This is a Crabbit Arabian. I believe I'm pronouncing that correct. Her name is Upon a Star, and she's really pretty. I've only shown her once, and she didn't do especially well. But, you know, it's always the particular judges on the day, and you never really know, so I love this mold. I think this mold is so pretty. And look at her tail. She's just beautiful. The next model we have is Viva La Vida, and he is a straight Egyptian Arabian stallion. He does really well for me. Like, I love this mold. I love this horse. He wins almost every time I show him, so, you know, he's really consistent, and he's a beautiful boy. Okay, so moving on to the next class, which is thoroughbreds. I have these two lovely Lonesome Glory models. I have Zenyatta and Seattle Slew, and I love the Lonesome Glory model. It's one of my favorites. Her name is Dancing Queen, and his name is Slew City Slew. They're both wonderful show models for me. I don't think Zenyatta's ever won, but she's had some seconds and thirds. He's won a couple times. He won a big champion show. A local show, but a big championship, and he won me a new model one time, so I always show him, and he does well. And this is my newest model, actually the only model I've gotten recently, and I am so excited to show him. I got him for $20 new in box on eBay, and he's so stunning. Like, look at his big butt. He's just so cute. His name is Napoleon, and I don't show a lot of draft horses. He's actually my only, like, real draft model, so I'm super excited to show him. And then this is Dreaming Out Loud. She's my Gypsy Vandermeer. I actually have a couple other mares on this mold, but she's the best one for live show quality. Then over here to the quarter horses, these are my two appendix quarter horses. Now, Smarty Jones as a quarter horse, I've only shown him once, and that was a while ago. He didn't do great, but I've been told that he shows really well as an appendix quarter horse. So we're going to try that. This is Carried Away. I name a lot of my horses after songs, so he's named after a Passion Pit song. He does really well. He usually gets like seconds, first. Anyway, he does really well for me, and he's a pretty boy. He's got like a tiny little bit of a smudge on his blaze, like it was a factory error. See it right there. But he still does well, so that's nice. Over here are my paints. This is Word by Word. He's named after a Bombay Bicycle Club song. He does pretty well. He is usually like a middle of the class placer, but I still love him. He's pretty. These two came together in a set. They were a gift, and I love both of them. And then over here we have Paint the Wind, who does really well for me. Actually, it's funny because there's this girl who goes to local shows, and she has the same model, and mine has like a little factory error smudge on her blaze, and hers is perfect, so ours always show 1, 2 in the paint classes. So she's usually a second place girl, but I still love her. And then over here, we have my Spanish horses. This is Alborozo. I got him when I went to Breyerfest in 2008, and it was like one of the best experiences of my life, and I absolutely love him. He almost always pins in the top 3 and gets a lot of firsts. He's won either 1 or 2 big championships for me, and I absolutely love him, and he's just beautiful. He's such a pretty boy. And then over here, with this model, I don't know if he's Black Beauty or the other black one that was produced on this mold. I actually haven't shown him more than once, and I think I showed him as like a Mustang when I was really little, so he didn't do very well. But now I'm showing him as a Lusitano, I guess how it's pronounced. I'm sorry if I'm like butchering these breed names. So it's pretty exciting to see how he'll do. He's a pretty boy. And here's my entry for sport horses / warm bloods. I'm only showing one. So I have Sato, and I'm showing him as a Pinto sport horse. His name is Ivy and Gold, and he's such a pretty boy. I've showed him once as this, and he actually didn't do well, which surprised me because I think he makes a pretty good Pinto sport horse. But, you know, it could be the judge's opinion, or I could be totally wrong, so I guess we'll see how he does. Next to him, we have my 2 Morgans. First of all, we have Simply Midnight, who has been one of my best show horses for a long time. He's actually, I think, won like the past 3 shows I've entered him into in his class in Morgan. And he's just a beautiful all black horse, and he has really nice shading. He has really subtle dapples, like I don't think the camera is going to pick them up at all. And then over here on the same mold, I have California English, who's just a nice chestnut. He's also almost completely solid, 1 sock. And he's just a nice horse to, you know, boost up my entries. He does pretty well. He's like a middle of the class shower, so, you know, he's nice. Over here is my entry for gaited horses. I don't have a lot of gaited horses. Like, okay, ignore the mess. I've been like going through all my Breyers, and this isn't even all of them, but they're kind of everywhere. I have this little Tennessee walking horse over here, but he's the one that I mainly show, and he doesn't really do all that well. He's really inconsistent. Sometimes he'll do well, and sometimes he doesn't. So I guess it's just judge's opinion. And his name is Skip Shot. And then over here is, okay, the first time I went to Breyerfest, and only in 2008, I showed him. I only took like 9 horses to the show, and he was my only one that placed. And he's like this old, beat-up model. Like, he has scratches all over him. He got 9th out of a 40-horse class of Appaloosas, and I was so surprised. So it's been kind of a running inside joke with myself that I take him to every show I enter, and he's always last, but, you know, it's just like as a thank you for getting me that 1 ribbon at Breyerfest. So, his name is Dobbin. Here is my first entry for Mustang. This is a Kiger Mustang. I've showed her once before. I don't remember what she got. I have another Kiger over there, the dun next to the chestnut. I picked her over him for this show because he's got like a little rub on him, and she's like perfect. I actually had this model already, and then someone gave this one to me, and she's like flawless. Like maybe one of my best horses that I have, like condition wise, and she's got a shiny head. I just love her color, and she's just got such a cute face. Like, I love this mold. I have a little paint on it over there, hiding behind the appy. And her name is Breezebox, after the song by Alt J. And she's just pretty, yeah. And then this is my Spanish Mustang. His name is Tribal Winds. And this mold isn't very pretty, is it? But he does pretty well. He's a pretty consistent shower. He's nice if you want to get some ribbons. And here are my ponies. This is Hershey on, of course, Bouncer, but his show name for me is Hershey. He's a nice boy. I don't actually show him all that often. And I was thinking about getting a new pony this year, so I'm not positive if these are the 2 I'm going to show. But for now, he's my Welsh pony. And then this little girl, her name is Late Night. She's an American Shetland, and this mold, I think it's a saddlebred. It makes a really nice American Shetland just because it's super refined and pretty, but still pony-like, so it makes a nice American Shetland. And then over here, we have my foals. I have this nice vintage, I don't know if he's vintage, but he's an older Clydesdale foal, but he's still in good condition. He's a little bit dirty, so I need to kind of scrub him off. But he's a cute boy. And his name is Next Year. And then we have Colt, the paint colt. At a barn I used to ride, there was a Pinto horse named Colt who looked exactly like this, a nice black Overo. And so I decided to name him Colt. And this horse always comes in 3rd, like all the time, so he's a nice one to show. And finally over here we have grade horse / other. These 2 are both I'm entering both of them as grade horses. I've never shown him before, but he's actually like flawless. Like he hasn't got any markings or rubs on him. And then this is, of course, Theodore O'Connor. Now, he's a grade horse named Diamond in the Rough because of his little diamond. So I'm gonna show them in grade horse unless something else pops up. Like I said, I have a lot of horses, but a lot of them I played with when I was younger. So that's it, at least for the halter classes. I will definitely post some footage from the show and a recap video after the show saying how it went and what placings I got and all that. I've kind of got a little bit of work in progress over here performance-wise. Again, excuse the mess. Like, I think this is going to be like some kind of hunt seat or dressage scene. This is just like a little seat warmer that I made today. They've got a lot of performance options, as you can see. So I'll see if I want to enter one of those, and if I do, I'll post a video showing my completed scene. Like, I want to make a little arena with a fence and a jump if it's going to be jumper. And hopefully upcoming videos will be like a barn tour if I ever get my barn complete. I've got other barns and stables right now. It's being decorated for Valentine's Day. This is my show string for the upcoming February show. If you want to talk about Breyers or your show string or compare show strings, then leave a comment, and please thumbs up this video if you liked it. It helps a lot. And stay tuned for those upcoming videos I mentioned, performance and show recap in February. Bye!